Wow. My wife Tammy and I have been here for 4 days, and this is an amazing place. I was out at 5:30 in the morning, walking around the temple,
There's
full
a seat
moon.
there and a seat
Very
here.
romantic, by the way. Very romantic if you want to get into the full moon in the temple. So inspiring. I felt the Spirit so much. Tammy and I have come here to decide to serve a mission. And when we came here, we were like 9 out of 10. We wanted to do it. Now we're 1,000 out of 10 that we want to do it. This is just an exciting place. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. So I have a couple of notes here. You're very blessed to be taking the class from the Sudweeks. Known them for a while. And they are using their gifts of brilliance. They're intellectually brilliant, very organized, and spiritual. And that's pretty good when you can get that package together: organization, spiritual, and intelligence. So you're in for.
What else did I pay you to say?
But to tell you the truth, what I admire most about them aren't those gifts. It's that they're consecrating those gifts to bless God's children. And bottom line, that's what happens. When you consecrate your gifts to bless God's children, you can claim joy. And you're so blessed to take this class. This class, as you look back on your BYU Hawaii experience, may be the most practical and the most spiritual class that you take. You will use in your personal life what you learn in this class every week the rest of your life. And you'll really feel the Spirit. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the textbook. I showed it to you last time, how that came to be. In 2013, I was asked to teach family finance at BYU Provo to about 1,000 students a semester. I couldn't find a textbook that would work. All the personal finance textbooks were $250, and they didn't even cover what was most important, which is the stewardship perspective of finances. And so we decided that we just have to write our own textbook.
Mine was 800 pages.
And I was introduced to his, was it only 800?
I think
Yeah.
page textbook, which was filled with a stewardship perspective. But frankly, I felt, no offense, I felt like it was just too dense. That's right. Too dense.
Too much information.
So I met Brian. It was love at first sight as far as his perspectives on life. And so he's the co-author, and my research assistants and I took his 800 pages and synthesized it down very easy to read and understand in 200 pages. So that's the textbook you're doing. Also, we were able to sell it at BYU Provo for under $20. That was just the cost of publishing it. So everybody got a good deal. We thought a personal finance class, we ought to have a good product at a reasonable price. All right, so in this class, and in the textbook that we wrote, and in the class that I taught, really wanted to emphasize the doctrines and principles related to the gospel, related to family finance, related to money. And so today, do I have 4 minutes left, 6 minutes left, 5 minutes left? In the last 5 minutes, I want to share one of the principles of family finance. And notice that the textbook is called Fundamentals of Family Finance, Living Joyfully Within Your Means. So the principle I'd like to share and I'd like you to remember is this. When we use money that we have for things that are of true value, we will claim joy. So just remember that when we use money that we actually have for things that are of true value, we will claim joy. But there are two corollaries that aren't as good, which are when we use money that we have for things that aren't of true value, eventually we will claim frustration. And when we use money that we don't have, or needlessly go into debt, for things that aren't of true value, guess what we claim? We claim misery, the opposite of joy. So if you can just remember that, bottom line with your finances, when you use money that you have for things that are of true value, you will claim joy. Now, when I give this lecture, which usually lasts 50 minutes instead of 5, the students always ask, well, what is of true value? I mean, what are these things we can use our money for that will help us claim joy? And I'd like to share one thing that everyone can use the money that they have for to claim joy. In the Doctrine and Covenants, it says, there are many gifts, and to everyone is given a gift by the Spirit of God. To some is given one, to some is given another, that all may be profited thereby. So, one thing that you can do is introspectively ask yourself, what is the gift or gifts that your heavenly parents have given to you? Raleigh, you have gifts that your heavenly parents have given you. Ryan, you have gifts. Everyone has gifts. Aubrey, you have gifts. When we identify those gifts and use money we have to develop those gifts or to use those gifts to bless others, we will claim joy. Just as an example, Elder and Sister Sudweeks, they have a gift to teach. They have a gift to be organized. They have a gift of communicating the Spirit. They are using money that they have from his investing and all the things that they've done being a wise financial steward to come here to BYU Hawaii to teach you, to bless you, God's children. And are you claiming joy?
It's the coolest thing.
Oh, yeah.
One of the coolest things we've ever done.
Yep.
It's the most joyous, most fun.
And it doesn't have to be as big as that. It could be, anybody here have a gift of music, that you like music a lot, that something? Anybody play an instrument or whatever?
We've got artistic ones in
There we
Yeah.
go.
recording
He does.
class.
Artistic.
Yeah.
So maybe you've been given the gift to see and visualize things and so forth. And do you feel joy when you use that gift?
Yes.
And when you use your money to develop that gift or to use it, you will claim joy. So I hope you will remember from all of this to live joyfully within your means, identify your gifts, consecrate those gifts, and use money you have to develop them and use them, and you will claim joy. And I think I mentioned this last time, I have an Instagram I think one of my gifts is to take complicated things, make them really simple.
That's not my gift.
And Joyfully Within Your Means is my Instagram where I try to do that a few times a week. So that's it.
We read this verse and then he's going to click on it. Answer the 3 questions for the introduction. If you take this assignment seriously, how will I most benefit from it? And how will it affect my family and my financial situation? And what will it cost me if I don't complete this as personal financial plan with sufficient detail and take it lightly? And how will that end up affecting my future family and financial situation? And then also, what are the things that I can do to implement this plan more thoroughly into my family and life so that I can receive the plan benefits? So Brian's clicking on it, and that's what you'll need to do. It's under Files and on Canvas.
We're changing the way last semester and the previous 3 semesters we had you print stuff off.
And hand it in.
And hand it in. Is that a pain? And is it expensive? Yeah. And so what we decided to do this semester, we're going to do something different.
We haven't told our TA yet.
We haven't told our TA yet. He may not like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this file here. I just hyperlinked it. You're going to download it. And then you're going to
up here is where you download up there.
You
and
can see
then
download.
you have to change everything. You have to enable the editing and then change your name.
So you're going to save this file. It's going to be your initials. So if Sister Sudweeks is Ann Dewey Sudweeks, or for me, BLS. So it would BLS PFP-01 introduction.
But then you'll change on here. You'll put your class in there, Entrepreneurship 318. You'll put which section you're in, which this class is section 3, and you'll put the date.
So anything in a box we want you to delete before you hand it in. But then you'll come through.
So the boxes are just for instructions.
Yep.
So the box is there just to help you know what you want to put. But the box, you just delete all that stuff out and then put your information in.
Okay. So, and then you'll answer these questions, and then you're going to upload it to the PFP assignment 1. When I used to teach this class, I started with goals, and then Elder Ballard got up. He says, those who accomplish the most in this life, he said this in conference, are those who have a vision for their lives, who have goals to keep them focused on their vision, and tactical plans to accomplish their goals. And I had to change everything I was doing because of that.